Today we'll discuss PQB 2020 sample paper, mathematics group. And the first question is, you are given an acute angle triangle ABC. Draw the perpendiculars AD and BE on the sides BC and CA. Show that CD into BE is equal to CE into AC. So we have this acute angle triangle ABC, and then we draw perpendiculars from A and from B. Now this is AD and the other one is BE. Now we need to show that CD into BC is equal to CE into AC. Now we know that length of this side is A, length of this side is B, and length of this side is C. First we'll find CD. Now CD is actually AC and then cos of this angle. This angle is C. So we can write this as B cos C. Now CD into BC will be, what's CD? CD is B cos C and BC is A. So it will be AB cos C. Now in the same way we'll find CE. CE is projection of A on this side AC. So CE will simply be BC, and again this angle which is C, so it will be BC cos C or A cos C. Now we need to find CE into AC. Now CE into AC will be A cos C. Now what's AC? AC is simply B. So both these values, they are AB cos C. So from here we can say that CD into BC is equal to CE into AC, and that's your first A. Now the second part is we need to find number of divisors and sum of the divisors of 5400. So we are given this number n, which is 5400. So it will be 27 into 25 into 8. So we can write this as 2 cube, 3 cube and 5 square. Now number of divisors, it is given by A plus 1, B plus 1 and C plus 1, where A, B, C are powers of prime exponent. So it will be 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 and then 2 plus 1. So it will be 4 and 4 16. 16 into 3 is 48. So number of divisors of 5400 is simply 48. Next we need to find sum of all the divisors. So we know that sum of these divisors will be 1 plus 2 plus 2 square plus 2 cube into 1 plus 3 plus 3 square plus 3 cube into 1 plus 5 square. So that is the sum of all the divisors. Now this is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8. This is 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 27, and this is 1 plus 5 plus 25. Now this is 15. This one is 40 and this is 31, which is 18600. So the sum of all these 48 divisors will be 18600. Now question number C is, what is the value of k such that coefficient of x to the power k is largest in the expansion of 1 plus 3 by 4x to the power 15. Now here we are not talking about binomial coefficient. We are talking about coefficient of x to the power k, which will include this 3 by 4. So here we'll use shortcut method to find numerically greatest term. We have already discussed numerically greatest term in binomial theorem. So I'll provide the link to that shortcut video in the description below. So for this we'll find sum alpha, which is n plus 1 upon 1 plus x by a. Now x in this case is 1 and a is 3 by 4x. Now n here is 15, so this is 15 plus 1, 16, and this is 1 plus, and here will be 4 by 3 and we need coefficient of x. So we'll put x as 1. So we'll put x as 1, then we'll get 16 into 3 upon 7 and it'll be 6.8 something. Now this alpha, it is not an integer. When alpha is not an integer, we know that numerically greatest term is given by t greatest integer function of alpha plus 1. So here it'll be t and then greatest integer function 6.8 is simply 6. So it'll be simply 6 plus 1, that is 7. And what is the 7th term? 7th term will be 15c6 3 by 4 x to the power 6. The coefficient of x to the power 6 will be the largest coefficient. So in this case, value of k should be simply 6. Now question number 2 is, consider the curve y equals x cube plus 2. So that is the graph of y equals x cube. And then we have shifted this graph 2 units along y-axis. So this is your curve, which is y equals x cube plus 2. Now it says find the equation of its tangent passing through origin. So there will be some tangent drawn at any point P which passes through origin. Now let this point be h comma h cube plus 2. Now we can find slope of tangent using derivative. So we'll differentiate this curve. We'll get dy by dx and it'll be 3x square. So dy by dx at this point P, it will be 3h square. This slope of tangent is also equal to slope of this line, which we can find using y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So it'll be h cube plus 2 upon h. So from here we'll get 2h cube equals to, that is value of h is 1. So this point P will be 1 comma 3. Now we need to find equation of this tangent. So equation of this tangent is given by y minus y1 equals m. Now what is the slope? Slope here is 3 into x minus x1. So it will be simply x minus 1. So equation of this tangent will be 3x minus y equals 0. Now it says also evaluate the area of region enclosed by this tangent in the curve. So this tangent, it will again intersect this curve at some point. So we'll find this point of intersection. So we'll put y as 3x. So we'll get 3x equals x cube plus 2. So one of the root is x equals 1. If we use synthetic division, we can write 1, 0, minus 3, 2, and this is 1. So this is 1, 1, minus 2. It will be minus 2, 0. So if we factorize it, we'll get x minus 1 and then x square plus x minus 2 equals 0. So it will be x minus 1 and then x plus 2. X minus 1 equals to 0. So either the value of x is 1 or the value of x is minus 2. Now 1 is this point P. We need to find this other point which is Q. So for this Q, value of x is simply minus 2. Now we'll put x as minus 2. We'll get y as minus 6. We need to find this area. Now we know that area between two curves is given by this limit from minus 2 to 1. And then y of upper curve minus y of lower curve. Now y of this upper curve will be x cube plus 2 and then minus y of lower curve. Y of lower curve is simply 3x into dx. So we'll get this area as x to the power 4 upon 4 from minus 2 to 1 plus 2x from minus 2 to 1 and then minus 3 x square upon 2 from minus 2 to 1. So here it will be 1 and then minus 16 upon 4 plus 2, it'll be 3, and then minus 3 by 2, here will be 1 minus 4. So we'll get this as minus 15 by 4 plus 6, and then plus 9 by 2. It'll be 27 by 4. So area of this region will be 27 by 4 square units. Now the second part is find the number of ways of choosing three numbers A, B, C from the integers 1 to up to 2001 such that these three numbers form an AP. Now there are two ways of solving this problem. First method is in how many ways we can find three numbers in AP so that their common difference is 1. So if the common difference is 1, then it'll start with 1, 2, 3, then we'll have 2, 3, 4, and finally the last one will be 199, 200 and 201, so which is 199 ways. Next we'll find number of APs with common difference 2. So we'll have 1, 3, 5, we'll have 2, 4, 6, and then finally it'll be 201, 199, and then 197. So that is it'll be 197. So we can keep doing that, and finally we'll get this result as 1. So total number of ways in which we can find three numbers so that these numbers are in AP, it is given by this series, which is 1 plus 3 plus 5 up to 199. Now what is the sum of this series? Sum of this series is simply n square. So in this series we have 100 terms, so it will be simply 100 square, that should be 1000. So total number of ways of choosing three numbers so that they form an AP is 10,000. Another way of solving the same question can be, suppose the three numbers are x1, x2 and x3. Now if x1, x2, x3 are in AP, then we can write 2x2 and it should be equal to x1 plus x3. Now this left hand side, it is an even number, so that means this right hand side, it must also be an even number. So either we can choose these two numbers, both of them as even, or we can choose both odd numbers, and this resulting number, it is already decided. Now in how many ways we can choose two even numbers from this given series, 1, 2 up to 201? So it is simply 100C2. And what about odd numbers? So there are 101 odd numbers, so there will be simply 101C2. So total number of ways of choosing three numbers will be 100C2 plus 101C2. So this is n minus 1 by 2, and this is n minus 1 by 2. So we'll take 50 common, and then it'll be 200. So again it'll be 10,000. So the total number of ways of choosing three numbers in AP is 10,000 again from this second method also. Now question number 3 is, we need to determine radius of convergence of this series. Now in order to find convergence of this series, we'll find this limit, which is limit n tends to infinite mod of Tn plus 1 upon Tn. So this limit will be limit n tends to infinite. Now what's Tn plus 1? It is 26 by 11 to the power n plus 1 cube x to the power 3n plus 3 upon n plus 1 to the power 4 plus 1 upon 26 by 11 to the power n cube x to the power 3n upon n to the power 4 plus 1 with this mod sign. Now here 26 upon 11 to the power n will cancel, and also x to the power 3n will cancel. We can write this as limit n tends to infinite, and here it will be 26 by 11 n plus 1 cube upon n cube n to the power 4 plus 1 upon n plus 1 to the power 4 plus 1 into x cube. Now we'll solve this limit. This is 1. This is also 1 because the highest power here is same and the coefficient of highest power is simply 1. So we'll get this is 26 upon 11 and this is mod x cube. Now if the series converges, then this value should be less than 1. So from here we can write x cube must lie between minus 11 by 26 to plus 11 by 26. So the interval in which this series converges is x belongs to minus 11 upon 26 to the power 1 by 3 to 11 upon 26 to the power 1 by 3. Now what is the radius of convergence? Radius of convergence is half of length of this interval, which is 11 by 26 to the power 1 by 3. And that is the answer to this question. Now question number 3b is, if this limit is equal to 1, then we need to show that value of a is minus 5 by 2 and value of b is minus 3 by 2. Now we can solve this question either using L'Hopital's rule or we can solve this question using series expansion. So for such questions, series expansion is always simpler method. So we can write this limit as limit x tends to 0 and then x plus ax. Now we'll use expansion formula for cos x. It is 1 minus x square upon factorial 2 plus x to the power 4 upon factorial 4 minus b. Now what is the expansion formula for sin x? It is x minus x cube upon factorial 3 upon x cube. Now we'll write this as an increasing polynomial. So you can write this as limit x tends to 0. Now what is the coefficient of x? Coefficient of x is 1 plus a minus b. Now there will be no term containing x square. Now we'll write coefficient of x cube. So what is the coefficient of x cube? Coefficient of x cube will be minus a by 2 plus b by 6 upon x cube. Now answer to this limit is non-zero finite. So it simply means that minimum power in the denominator must be same as minimum power in the numerator. So it simply means this coefficient of x, it must be 0. So from here we'll get 1 plus a minus b is 0. That is value of a minus b is minus 1. Now since we do not have this term, minimum power of x is same. So if the minimum power of x is same, then the answer to this limit is simply coefficient of x cube in the numerator and denominator. So from here we write minus a by 2 plus b upon 6. It is equal to 1. Now we'll take LCM. We'll get minus 3a plus b equals 6. Now we'll add them. We'll get minus 2a equals 5. Value of a is simply minus 5 by 2. Now we'll put a as minus 5 by 2. We'll get value of b as minus 3 by 2. And this is what we need to show. Now question number 4a is, consider the following square matrix of order n minus 1, and this is 3 1 1 1 1 1 and then 1 4 1 1 1 and then finally it is 1 1 1 1 n plus 1. Now we need to find its determinant using only elementary row operations and we denote it by an, and then hence or otherwise check whether the sequence is bounded. This determinant, they have denoted it by an. So it will be 3 1 1 1 and then 1. It is 1 4 1 1 1 and then finally it is 1 1 1 1 and then n plus 1. Now what we'll do is we'll write any row as that row minus r1. So we'll do it for every row. Then we can write this determinant as 3 1 1 1 1. Now here it will be minus 2 3 0 0. Here it will be minus 2 0 4 0 and then finally it will be minus 2 0 0 0 and this one will be simply n. Now what we'll do is we'll write this row 1 as row 1 minus 1 upon k plus 1 into rk for every row starting from 2 to n minus 1. That is, we are subtracting this 1 with the second row 3 upon 3. So it will be 1. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. Next one will be 1 minus 4 upon 4 will be 0. 1 minus 5 upon 5 will be 0. So all these terms, they'll be 0. So we'll get this determinant a n as. Now this first term will be some number, say a11, and then we'll have everything as 0. And here we'll have minus 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 2, 0, 4, 0, 0, 0, and then finally minus 2, and it'll be this n. Now we'll solve this determinant. We can write this determinant as a11 into 3 into 4 into 5 up to n. So it'll be 3, 4, 5 up to n. What we'll also do is we'll multiply and divide it with 2. So we can say that this is factorial n upon 2 into a11. Now what's a11? a11 is 3 minus and then 1 upon k minus 1 rk. So we know that rk in each case is minus 2, and then it will be simply 1 upon k plus 1 for all k starting from 2 to n minus 1. So it is nothing but it is 3 plus 2 into this sum. K varies from 3 to n, 1 upon k. So we can write this a n as factorial n by 2 and then 3 plus 2, and here it will be 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by n, and that is the value of this determinant a n. Now we'll take a n upon factorial n. It will be simply 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 up to 1 by n. So it is 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by n, which is nothing but a harmonic series. Now in the second part we are given this inequality, which is x plus 3 upon x square minus 5x plus 6, and it is less than equal to 0. We can write this as x plus 3 upon, it will be x minus 2, x minus 3 less than equal to 0. Critical points are minus 3, 2 and 3. We'll plot it on a number line. So it is minus 3, 2 and then 3. Sign of rightmost is plus. So it is plus, minus, plus and minus. What do we need? We need less than 0. Less than 0 is negative. So either the value of x is less than minus 3 or it lies between 2 and 3. Now since this inequality contains an equality, we'll include roots of the numerator, which is minus 3, and we'll exclude roots of the denominator. So solution to this inequality will be from minus infinite to minus 3 included, union 2 to 3 both not included.